I got to go scuba diving in Komodo National Park today, and this whole day has been such a gift that I am still reeling from all of it. It's just been receiving one gift after another, and it feels so good to finally say that I'm receiving, or that, because I feel like I receive a lot from friends, from family, from acquaintances, from diving, from just life itself. However, today I'm so aware of it and so grateful for all of it that I am in awe of this day. I am in awe of this place. I am so grateful. And I just wanted to talk about what happened today, what I saw, what I experienced, and how just, yeah, after everything that kept coming up, it was like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Showing gratitude for just everything that kept happening for me. So it was an early morning, started around 7. Oh, no, sorry. It started around 6:30. I got in a taxi, 6:45 on my way to the dive shop. Met everyone there. There's always kind of this awkwardness when you're with new divers and nobody knows you. I don't know anybody. Um, and I always try to just, especially in the morning, because not everyone is a morning person. I was not a morning person today at all. So just kind of kept to myself, kept quiet. And as the day moved on, thankfully, and people started to wake up, especially after the first dive, then we all start talking and getting to know each other. And I'm so grateful for the fact that I have been stepping a lot outside my comfort zone, and I've been really trying to start conversations and get to know people. And I've I've done that a lot in my life. However, it's never been a comfortable thing. I sort of have to force myself to do it. And today, I just was sitting there not talking to people and finally was thinking, well, I'm not uncomfortable. I just need to start the conversation. Like, this is so easy. Why haven't I started the conversation? So, anyway, I'm just so grateful that I caught myself early in the day um, being kind of quiet, being kind of withdrawn, and realizing like, hey, like let's make some acquaintances. Let's talk to some people. Let's see where people are from and ask them questions. What are they doing here? You know, the whole thing. So I'm really grateful. I feel like I got to meet some cool people, have some nice conversations just about their travels and where they're from, things like that. So that's one thing that I'm always grateful for experiences like this, trips like this, diving especially, because we all have that one thing in common, which is diving. However, every person I meet in diving has such drastically different lives um, outside of diving that it's so fun and cool to find out like where they're from, what they do in their day-to-day life, you know. Anyway, so that was such a gift just to meet new people. And getting to the harbor where the boats pick up, it's so funny because I was getting Thailand nostalgia. And it's because first of all, a lot of the boats here are called Penasi? Panisi? Shoot, I knew this. Anyway, they're converted boats. They used to be cargo sailboats. A lot of them now are converted into motorboats. This one today is just for diving. It's not a live aboard. And the thing that brought me nostalgia with Thailand is that they all dock up to the dock. Like one docks up to the pier, and then the next one ties up to them, and the next one ties up to them, and the next one ties up to them. So sometimes you we today only had to walk across one boat to get to our boat. And there were times in Thailand where I swear to you, we would have to walk across 5 different boats to get to our boat. And it's not easy. Like they're not all the same size and distributed the same. So you're, weaving through these boats and over obstacles and around equipment and over tanks and I was just laughing this morning thinking, "Oh, I I remember this. This is this is just like Thailand." So it felt good to have this memory of like the good old days, and just doing this boat hopping again. And being so grateful that I wasn't in charge of the equipment or the tanks or the people. I just had to get myself across the boats, and that was it. Because yeah, sometimes in Thailand, if I had friends with me or I had people, if I was helping out the dive shop and being somewhat responsible or in charge or whatever, and moving equipment, moving tanks, it is not easy when you're going across boat after boat after boat just to get your equipment off. So that was fun to have some nostalgia and thinking about Thailand and all those memories. And then we set sail and we went to Komodo National Park. It took about an hour and a half from Labuan Bajo and did our first dive. And I was just blown away. Like the reefs here are so healthy and bountiful and colorful and alive. Like everywhere you look, there's at least a foot to 2 feet of fish life coming off the reef. So there's certain places in the world where you look around and it's reef, but it's either covered in like leafy green. I don't know if it's algae or what kind of plant it is, but so everything's just kind of covered in this. It's like the coral's all covered in leafy green stuff, or it's brown and it's not very colorful, and or it's dying. Or I've also seen this where like there's super colorful reef and it's gorgeous, but there's not a lot of fish on it. So to have colorful, vibrant, beautiful reef as far as the eye can see, and then fish as far as the eye can see, I just was in awe of these dive sites that were so bountiful. Like the abundance of fish and coral and life and the sounds, all the crackling of the reef. It was just awe. I'm in awe of the diving here already. And this is dive 1. And dive 2, and all the dive sites are different. Like we went to different dive sites, and the topography is different. Some the corals are like same but different. Just meaning each one has its own setup and topography and different corals in different places and all of it. So it was really cool to learn about when they were doing the dive briefings, just how certain places you can't go because of like down currents and up currents and follow your dive guide. And I just loved being on the receiving end of that, like receiving the information, knowing and feeling, safe and looked after and excited to be shown new things and just going down there and seeing like huge pufferfish, huge pufferfish and giant humphead wrasse. And oh my God, there's just so much. And the biggest thing that stands out to me all day is we were told in the dive briefing we're going to try to go see mantas. And you can tell that they're like, but don't get your hopes up because we might not see them. We might not. And that's just the name of the game, especially when certain seasons are happening. They migrate to different sides of the park, or they migrate all the way to different areas of the world. So, it's just nothing is guaranteed, especially with bigger fish like mantas. And we got down there and we're looking around, and all of a sudden just these two beautiful mantas just swoop in, and there's these little fish hanging out on the back of them. It's totally like that scene from Finding Nemo when they get on the eagle ray, all the little fish get on the eagle ray and they go to school. It was like that. Like all these little fish were just like hanging on, swimming with the manta ray on the back of it. And yeah, we got to be there for quite a long time just watching their dance and going through this cleaning station. And I was so grateful just for the fact that we all got to see mantas. And I was having a hard time. I was cramping. My legs started cramping for whatever reason. So I was like trying to, not disturb the bottom, even though the bottom it was like rubble. And just try to get this cramp out. And all of a sudden, the dive guide's like tapping me. And I'm like, yeah, I know. There's two beautiful mantas. And I'm like looking down. And he taps me again. I look at him and he's pointing behind us. So I look behind us, and just right there is this beautiful black manta. They call it the ninja. And it just swoops. I'm telling you, it just went like right behind me. And I was like, thank you. Like, thank you, universe, like, goddess, like, thank you, everyone. How, last dive of the day, how blessed am I? And then, like, thinking, okay, like, that's enough. I've seen the abundance, the beauty, the awe, the nostalgia. Like, I got everything I wanted today. No, the ocean had more for me. So the ninja manta goes by, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you can't see it anymore. And I don't know what I was doing. And the dive guide taps me again, and he's like, look. And I look back, and another manta swoops in, and it's just doing all these acrobatics and ups and downs and arounds and around. And I swear it was like right in front of me. And just this gorgeous performance I felt like put on just for me, even though there were other people there. It was like front row seat to the performance of a lifetime. And you can't script that. You can't order that. It's so lucky to be in that very moment at that particular time, that particular day, in this particular body, and just having this beautiful experience with this. And it's funny, the dive guides call it crazy. They're like, that manta is crazy. And I'm like, that manta is goddess in manta form. Like, it just blew me away. And I got to witness all of it. have a front row seat. And so getting on the boat and coming back to the island today, I just was sitting there in so much love and abundance and joy, so much joy and excitement for tomorrow. And yeah, this is what diving has always done for me. It surprises me in all the best ways. Even when I'm on already on cloud nine, or if I'm stressing about life, it's like diving just brings me back to joy, back to play, and surprises me every time. It was so magical, and yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. That's my story for today.